Welcome back, Tarzan's Playground, Training 6. This one is dedicated to Bonobo, monkey business. Alright, we're starting the day with meditation in the morning, refreshment in the beautiful river here in Costa Rica. Delicious fresh water helps to cleanse the mind, cleanse the body, get stuck energy in motion. Move around a little, play with the body and the waters. Such a gift. Crawling, playing with nature. Alright, here we go. Find yourself a tree branch. If you don't have it, or you live somewhere where there are no trees, then you might want to consider moving first. Other than that, you can use anything that challenges your balance a little bit. And this one is actually a little bit above the ground, so it makes it more exciting. Crawling and playing with the balance. Really good for our mind and our body. Just a little on the edge of a little bit of fear. It's actually good for our system. Tree pose. Shifting the weight forward. Trying to maintain that balance. Play with it. So this video really is more about inspiration and different ways to explore the body and explore nature than it is about a rigorous sequence or flow. So here my intention is to trigger you to play with things in your direct surrounding that you can use to train your balance, jumping, crawling, monkey business. Bonobo's joining. Bonobo on my back. Why not? It's amazing that this branch, it's almost an entire tree, is just laying there, asking to be discovered. Make some squats, narrow squats. You can always do squats in the same position or train your body to find different angles. Our bodies are designed to move in different ways that are not linear. Walk backwards a little bit. Triggering a different level. Some push-ups. Diamond push-ups basically, because the tree trunk is so small, narrow, and a little bit more crawling. Now it's good to start low instead of high up in a tree, of course, because we don't want people dropping out of trees. But I definitely wish to inspire and motivate you to play with these things. You play with training in your body in different ways. So we start to trust the body again in its capacity to maintain balance and to stay in control. As long as we focus on the breath and have an inner knowing that we can do something, it hardly really goes wrong. You'll be amazed in what you can do and how you can trigger the body to grow and to transform into a more capable version. A discipline is key in this. You can do 3 poses on your yoga mat or squats on your yoga mat. But at some point it's fun to, just explore a different way, and then you make a backflip off a tree branch, whoa, boom, a monkey in your back. Why not? If you have a stick, something to play with, if you do spinning or fire spinning, you can bring it to a tree and trigger yourself in a whole new way. With an extra element of balance. Put a monkey on your back, which makes it a little bit more interesting as well. Whoppa! It doesn't always go right, this is the blooper version. Okay, go to your nearest forest again and find a tree you can climb in. I found this magical one. It's kind of hard to see because it's kind of dark, but I am somewhere in that tree. Testing my balance and my capacity to climb and stay calm in a little bit more of an exciting environment. Testing branches, see if I can hang from them. Actually found a nice one to hang from. Do some monkey business. Testing the grip, the upper body strength. Really the connection with nature. The connection with your own body, with nature. So much fun to play in these ways and start to look at training not as something very linear or always necessarily structured, but just to play with the environment. There's a root system that just comes above the ground, which is very good to, practice your balance in the crawling and then close to the ground so you don't fall. Maybe trigger your handstands a little bit. Alright, let's bring it back to the yoga shala and do some more monkey business. Climb a tree, climb a post, trigger yourself, expose yourself to different elements. Climb the steel beam, get a rope. Found this rope at the local second-hand mechanic shop. Now I use it for my trainings. Do some rope climbing, some rope pull-ups. Very good to train the grip. You can learn the lock with your feet so you can stay in the rope a little longer. Alright, I'm gonna climb back using the beam. Maybe not. Ba-bum. I'm okay. Don't worry. Alright, if you have a stick or something you can use to make your horse stance a little bit more challenging, hold it in front of you for like 10 seconds. Bring it into your left hand and open. Try to maintain that depth in the horse stance. So your hips maybe an inch above your knee line, but not much more than that. Stay deep in that squat. Hold it in the right hand. Hold it in front again. 10 seconds each brings you to a minute in horse stance. Shift the angle. Open hand. Place one hand maybe on your back to open up the shoulder. Overhead to the other side. Find a weight that's somewhat challenging. Out of that horse stance. You can do this with a broomstick or whatever you got. Be creative. Alright, balanced kicks. You can use your stick as well for counterweight. Put the emphasis on extending that leg that kicks and maintaining that balance. Shifting your upper body in a different direction, in the other direction, and extending that leg. Nice and solid kicks there. Switching sides. Find that balance. Play with it. Play with your body. Very good for the mobility as well. Under a little bit more strain. Fighting for the extension of the kicking leg. In the other leg you can bend it a little bit. Very good. Back to the tree, post climb. So whatever you can find in your area, I bet there's something you can try to climb. Test your monkey bar skills. This is just a square steel beam. You can't really see it, but it's what I'm using to get across to the rope. Very good for the finger strength. And a rope in particular, it's way different than bar pull-ups. Some leg extensions while being in that high pull-up position. Why not? Make a couple rope pull-ups. Find that full extension at the bottom, pull it back up. Make the lock with the feet. The rope comes over the top side, the outside of the foot, and then you pull it under with the other foot. and you stand on it. Bring it all the way down to the ground. Back in that horse stance with that stick in front of you. Squeeze the core. Engage the legs. Squeeze the butt. Bring the stick in one hand. Bring it to the side. Place the other hand on your back. The other side. Switch arms. Nice and steady, nice and strong there. Back to the other hand, stick in front. Keep that depth in the horse stance. Bring it overhead. Different positions, different challenges, different mobility aspects. Constantly adjusting, strengthening and challenging the balance. You can do a static tree pose, or you can try to make a kick out of it. And then use a stick, if you have it, for balance on the ground, if you need it. And the more we do these challenging things, the better it becomes. And you don't need that stick in the ground anymore. You can just maintain that balance. Kick it out. Cha-cha. Kick it. Ba-bam. And if we can do it slow, nice and controlled, then it will be so much better when we start kicking faster, more dynamically. Spinning kicks, whatever. Switch legs. Good thing the body knows which muscles to relax and which muscles to tense, to contract. So really tuning into the body, what feels good, what needs extra attention. How are you inspired to move? So your body really knows what it wants to do. So if you get out of your standard regimen routine, sometimes intuitively, your body just knows what it wants to do. And the more you do that, the more you start to listen to that, the easier it becomes, the easier it flows. You can just get more creative with your own trainings. Climb a post, climb a tree. Be that fearless kid again that just wants to play and use its body. Because it can. Climb to the rope. that lock with the feet. Leg extensions on the top of the pull-up. Some rope pull-ups. Challenge the grip strength. You can do this with a towel as well, around something. Last round of that horse stance. Drop it down low. Stick in front, hold it there for 10 counts. Squeeze the core. Stick in the left hand, bring it outside. Lock the other hand behind your back if you can. Stretch that shoulder at the same time. Switch to the other hand, to the side. Try to balance it out. Try to stay centered. Bring it in front in one hand. Hold that depth in the horse stance. The other hand, bring it in front. It's also nice to add a little weight for the shoulders and the arms. Draws the attention away from the legs a little bit. Gives you something to play with. Makes it more exciting. Overhead. Switch arms. Bring it overhead. Last little bit. Almost a minute in that horse stance. Last round. Those balanced kicks. Shift the weight. Extend that leg. You use the stick on the ground again if you need to. Play with it. The body is really designed so magically to perform and to move in different ways. As long as we keep using those different facets and keep challenging the bodies to grow in different ways, doesn't matter how old you are. The day we stop doing this, the body starts to decline. Just as the brain, it needs to be triggered. It needs to be triggered to grow. Just as ourselves, we need to get out of our comfort zone, to find the magic. To become the magic. To trust ourselves. That we're capable. To challenge ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Get out of the comfort zone. Cut a little short there. Practice your handstand if you like. We'll get in more specific handstand skills a little later down the line when the basic strength is taken care of. Such an amazing practice, upside down and on the hands. Such a different way of training your strength and your balance. Very good for the blood flow to the head as well. throw the world upside down. And lean back, find that stretch for a moment. Really, these kind of things are really good to do on a daily basis. In the mornings, find a routine for yourself. Create a routine that feels good and that you can sustain. Not something that you're gonna keep up for 3, 4 days, 1 week. Then you can't because it's too much or too demanding or it doesn't fit in your schedule. Try to make it work. Movement is essential to stay sane, to stay strong, flexible, capable, movable, all the balls. Gratitude for Pachamama, for the earth, for supporting us, for carrying us, for creating this amazing playground. Pachamama, for being this amazing playground. Get into a little headstand, something I try to do quite often. Also finish almost every training with this one. Again, very good to get the blood out of the legs. You can also just lay against the wall and bring your legs up, but this is more exciting. Very good for the blood flow to the brain. Find that balance point. Kind of make a triangle between your elbows and your crown. Strong, straight line. Slowly bring your legs down, knees together, or however. See if you can bring it back slowly, nice and easy. Give yourself a moment there to maybe roll the shoulders a little bit. Find your own blocks. You can be your own chiropractor. You can be your own massage therapist. You start to tune in to the body more and better. Your body starts to tell you what's up. And it also gives you hints and clues in how to release certain things. Tension in the shoulders and neck. Nice plow pose. Oh, I love it so much. So good for the neck, the thyroid as well. Also, you can play with positions. I like to explore angles and different ways of stretching and adding things or taking things away. And really get creative with your own movement practice. And what do you want to achieve, What are you training for? Are you training to become a warrior? Are you training to become a ballet dancer? Are you training to become the best freaking version of yourself? Whatever that means to you. There's a general maintenance of movement, and there are more specific things like handstand, being able to hang longer, more gymnastic skills, kicking, martial arts, spinning with sticks, controlling things outside of your body. We'll go into a back bend, full wheel pose. Also, these I integrate into my trainings a lot, also in the videos, because it's a really good way to challenge the body in a different way. Something most people never or hardly do, especially when you're tight in the shoulders. It's so hard to get into, but I would really recommend doing this puppy on a daily basis. Every other day. Opening the chest, rounding the back, squeezing the glute, learning to operate your body in different angles, in different ways. Maybe now it seems impossible, but really, if you train, if you practice, what is impossible now will become possible. As long as you show up and have the discipline to do it on a daily basis. Show up for yourself, your body. Also, when you're stressed out or negative or lost, sometimes the only way back is through the body. We can release the fear or the anxiety just by tuning into the moment as well. When you train, when you do those things, it brings you into the moment. Opa, make a backflip. Challenge yourself into the little pond here. Why not? Let's do another one. Yeah, dumb. Whoop up. Better every time. Only this one I hardly rotate. Do it. Yada! Good job. Now, I don't necessarily ask you to start doing backflips, but if you want, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I hope I inspired you some to do things a little different. Thank you, Bonobo. You're the bomb, buddy.